What's up, YouTube? Hudson Fan 15 back with a video response for Fight On 52. He's doing a contest about basically how you got your start in collecting. I have been collecting cards for 22 years. I vividly remember my first pack was in a convenience store that is now a fish restaurant about 2 blocks away from my parents' house, a little strip mall. And my mother had gone in to get a newspaper and maybe a lotto ticket, and she was talking to the guy behind the counter, and I remember just standing there staring at a box of 89 Topps that was just kind of sitting there on a shelf that was about eye level for me at the time. And she said, "Do you want one?" And I said, "Okay." And she she pays the guy the 50 cents for the pack. And I remember being so excited because I got a player, Darryl Strawberry card, and I knew the name. I had been watching some sports with my father, so I had some limited awareness of things. But at 6, what can possibly know about sports, really? So when you put this contest up, I thought it was a fantastic way for me to take a quick trip down memory lane. Went to the local card store today, Mike's Cards and Collectibles, Main Street, East Haven, Connecticut, and sitting on the shelf there were 2 packs of 89 Bowman. Now, I was not able to get Bowman then. It wasn't until I started to go to shows, but I decided why not open a couple of packs with the now 22-year-old bubblegum inside. And these were the oversized cards, if you remember. So these are yay big versus the standard size. So you can see that even the card, just about the size of a top loader, height-wise in the same width. So right off the bat, this was a contest, a sweepstakes, to own a complete set of the 1953 Bowman cards. At the time was worth $10,000, and this Willie Mays right here would have been a nice one. And I believe still sitting in a box somewhere, if I didn't send it to somebody already, is this same card, but a Jackie Robinson. So I'm going to actually have to do these from the back because I don't recognize a lot of these guys. Obviously I know Jamie Moyer, Rafael Ramirez, Mike Birkbeck, Dickie Thon. I'm not making that up. No, it is not. If porn stars were trying to raise money for charity, they would have a Dickie-thon. From the Yankees, this will go back to probably Nick, Dave Righetti. These are facsimile signatures, by the way. This may be a rookie, Tom Flash Gordon. And to show you how old this is, his son is now in the majors. Zane Smith from the Braves, looking like a raccoon. Lee Smith, and then with the Red Sox, so this was well into his career, obviously. Kevin Mitchell, guy that the Mets traded because he was allegedly a bad influence on Doc Gooden and Darryl Strawberry. Kevin Mitchell. For the Cubs, an in-action photo of Mark Grace. That's a nice one. Pascual Perez, the Expos, who obviously has problems with the signature. And Luis Rivera of the Red Sox. Alright, pack 2. So, that is how I got started. It was a while before I got going on this current collection with Hudson and all. I collected just a myriad of different things. That's a nice one too. Save that one for last. A myriad of different things over the years. But Andy Hawkins. Let's see. Bob Kipper. Sometimes it was just whatever nice cards that struck my fancy. Checklist Mojo. Always liked this name. Oddibe McDowell. Ron, that's got your name on it. A lot of Brewers in these. Bill Wegman. One of the Ringers brought in to face Brendan Fraser in that baseball movie that he did when he was the pitching and power switch hitting player that the scout on his last legs found in a Mexican league. Please somebody comment what the name of that movie. It's going to drive me nuts. Brett Saberhagen. Is it okay if I switch sides? Sure. Now a commentator for the team, Al Leiter. A lot of people know him more for his stint with the Mets. This guy in '89, his '87 Topps rookies, and Don Russ and all these are the cards to have. Will Clark, with a somewhat confused look on his face. Also now a commentator on ESPN, Oral Hershiser. Can actually smell the asbestos coming off of these cards. Ron Hassey. Jeff McGuire Hudson, that'll be going to you. Nick Esaski. I've got serious facial hair. Hey, James, that kind of reminds me of you with the facial hair envy. Also, going to end up going to Jeff. Dave Parker with the A's. I think a lot of people would probably associate him more with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Got some monster slugging numbers, though. And finally, this is another one that would be quite nice to have. The contest card of Ted Williams. He of his, 406 batting average and all that fun stuff. So, fun little trip down memory lane. Some nice oddball cards to send to some people in the community. And I want to thank Mike for giving me these packs, because they've probably been in the stores since they were a new product. Because he bought the place after it had been there for at least 18 years. Cards are something that I have gone away from, then back. I didn't know about them. I got into them. I got away from them. I went back to them. I got away from them. I'm back to them. It's probably going to be the story of my life, and I just hope that this time, if I do decide to get away from them again, that I don't do what I've done in the past, which is hang on to stuff for so long that it has no value, or just really decide on specifically what I'm looking for. And since I've been on YouTube, I've been able to pare down what I really collect, and I've got it as refined as I possibly can. And the reason why is part of obviously the finances just get away from you, and sometimes you look at your stuff and you go, I spent how much for this, and it gives you this bad feeling like you don't want to do it at all. And I guess what I'm trying to do is just kind of have a direction, have a thought process about it, be responsible about collecting. And that's something that I think for young collectors especially you guys who have kids and are bringing them up in the hobby, I commend you for. For you younger guys, if you've got younger siblings, you can try to get them into. It teaches you so much. It gives you more of like a vested interest in following sports, so it makes sports more enjoyable. It teaches you the value of a dollar, how hard you have to work, and what you have to do to get the things that you have. Just how to deal with people in trading and selling and buying, etc. eBay's kind of taken part of that element out of it. But if you're at all into like a local scene, that would, that's a good way for doing it. Math skills, obviously, huge. Being able to read. So all the things that I think parents want their kids to do, and in a lot of cases, if your kids are spending money on cards, probably don't have a lot left to spend on things they shouldn't be spending their money on. So I would hope that my story is one that inspires some of the, like I said, the parents out there or the young guys to just kind of stay with it, be responsible about it, and just have fun with it. Just remember, it's a hobby. You've got to kind of you be good to people. People be good to you. Just do it for the sake of enjoying doing it. Don't do it to make it a business, unless you want it to be a business. And then you've got to kind of have two halves of your brain, where one half is telling you this is a business thing, and the other half is telling you, well, this is a fun thing. As long as you can separate that and you don't really blur the lines, I'm sure it's I'm sure you guys can make those own decisions for yourselves. But James, I want to thank you for doing this contest. Since I've subscribed to you after Seven's recommendation to subscribe to you, I've thoroughly enjoyed your videos. You've had some nice pulls of late. I do still have that Bo Jackson stuff, so you and I have to talk. But I appreciate the contest. Who cares what the prize is? This was just a lot of fun, and I ended up with a stack of cards anyway, so don't even worry about it if I don't win anything. Alright, YouTube, go subscribe to FightOn52 and send him head his way with any Bo Jackson stuff you happen to have. Alright, YouTube, peace.